Today I put everyone onto their college team to create one massive 36-team tournament. All right, this is a 36-team roster I tried to put the best players onto their college teams. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am not the biggest college basketball fan. As a matter of fact, I barely watch college basketball. So, a lot of these players, there might be some missing players. There might be a player or two on the wrong team. I tried to keep it as accurate as possible, so I'm really sorry if it's not 150% accurate. But let's just go through the lineup. So, we got Allen Iverson and Patrick Ewing on the Hoyas. They're super solid. Ray Allen, Rudy Gay, UConn, Washington Huskies. Now, obviously, some of these players, their overalls are going to be juiced up a little bit to make things interesting. For instance, like Terrence Ross was never an 84 overall, but we decided to, or like Nate Robinson, or even Isaiah Thomas was probably a 90 at some point, but like Paul Pierce was probably never a 95. Let's keep it a buck. But a lot of these players got some juice in them. LaMarcus Aldridge, a 92. I tried to keep it so that every player is in their peak, absolute peak of their game, and that's their overall. So, for instance, Kyle Lowry. Now, all these are pretty accurate if you're talking about like prime, but like, okay, like Lauri Markkanen, 90 overall, that's it. That's pretty high for him. Same thing here, like with DeMarcus Cousins, who actually probably could be higher, not gonna lie, but this Kentucky team is insane to even look at. There's too many teams for me to just go over. North Carolina is incredible. Duke is obviously going to be insanely good. There's way too many teams here for me to go through every single one of them one by one. So I say we just get right into this. March Madness is about to end, and it was a fun tournament, I have to say. I enjoyed it. Before we get into this, though, please make sure to subscribe. I think like 3% of you guys are subscribed, so that means 97% of you. Chances are, if you're watching this video, that subscribe button has not been pressed yet. So make sure to sub. I know some of you are coming from my main channel, so you might not be, you might not realize that you're not subbed. Make sure to subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs, and when we hit it, I'll give away 250,000 VC to one of you guys. Let's get right into this. All right, so Anthony Edwards went off, averaging 40 points and 12 rebounds for Georgia. George Mikan, Rookie of the Year. That doesn't really matter. Jeff Teague, okay, Sixth Man of the Year for Wake Forest. Anthony Davis, the Defensive Player, and he also won Most Improved. Duke finished with a 72-10 record, which is ridiculous. They did choke last night. I was very sad to see that. I don't know if you guys watched that. It was kind of depressing, but it happens. All right, here we go. So this is the play-in rounds. We got UCLA versus Wake Forest in the first matchup. This is a great matchup. Wake Forest has Chris Paul, Tim Duncan. UCLA has Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, Kareem. They should be able to win. I'm surprised they didn't make the playoffs. Let's see how this goes. All right, looks like UCLA is going to take care of business here. Kevin Love, 29 and 16. Reggie Miller had 27, 4 and 6. Westbrook with an insane triple-double. This team is really good. So, even like if Kareem is only dropping 8 and 12 and they destroy Wake Forest, you got to give them credit when they play MSU. All right, let's see. This is the California Golden Bears. They have Jason Kidd, Kevin Johnson, Sharif, Jaylen Brown, and then Gonzaga has Stockton, Chet, and Sabonis. All right, this game's a 4-point game with just under 2 minutes remaining. This is an interesting one. Gonzaga has the ball. There's Adam Morrison, NCAA college legend, into Sabonis. Hands up defense from Jackson Hayes as they can't stop him. Kevin Johnson out to Murray. Golden Bears have Jaylen Brown, Kidd, a couple of solid players. Jaylen Brown's going to take it inside. Tough bucket is no good. Stockton, possibly the best player to come out of Gonzaga. Probably is the best player to come out of Gonzaga. Here is Nembhard. Back to Stockton. Now Chet rises and misses. Kidd to Jaylen Brown. Great pass to Kevin Johnson as he finishes the layup. 2-point game here. A minute and 15 seconds left. Anything can happen in March Madness. Finds Sabonis. Big possession for Gonzaga. Missing. Here is Kevin Johnson now. Taking it in, trying to tie up the game. Out to Johnson. Jaylen Brown with it. Jaylen Brown for the tie. Misses. Gonzaga could take care of business here, honestly. Adam Morrison, playmaking here for Gonzaga. They go right into Stockton deep in the post. Great hands-up defense to stop him. 8-second separate shot clock and game clock. Big possession here for the Golden Bears. Almost gets the steal. Jaylen Brown now wide open. 3 for the lead. No good. He's been choking the whole game. I think if Chet makes both free throws, I'm going to go ahead and simcast this as Chet makes one. And he knocks down both. I'm going to go ahead and sim the rest of this game. Let's see the stats. Stockton, 24-8. Adam Morrison, 7. I mean, the whole team, I guess, played good, put up good numbers. And look at everybody on California choked. Jaylen Brown played really bad, 8 for 16. Let's see. I mean, Sharif played decent. Kevin Johnson led the game with 17 and 11 assists. But the Golden Bears will be kicked out of the playoffs. And now on to the other side where we have UNLV versus Villanova. As we know, Villanova, Josh Hart. I believe they also have Mikal Bridges coming off the bench and Kyle Lowry. Really solid team, I have to say. A lot of very guard-oriented. All right, it's looking like it's going to be another close game. Villanova has a small lead with just a couple minutes left in this game. Now UNLV steals the lead back. And they're up 3. We got a really close one. 2-point game, 1 minute and 30 seconds. They got a couple solid players. Their best player is Larry Johnson. I'm not sure if he's in the game. Here's Reggie Theus, though. Taking it up into Stacey Augmon. Misses the layup. Wide open layup. Brunson, leader of Villanova. I mean, you would say Lowry's probably the best all-time player, but Brunson, tough shot for the tie. What a bucket from Jalen Brunson. He's got 29 tonight. 8 seconds left. 7 seconds, forces one up and takes the lead on the smaller defender. They might have to sub in Bridges for Lowry because I don't think Lowry is tall enough here. Brunson, step back. Tough. Bucket is missed. UNLV has a chance to take a 2-possession lead now. Now Larry Johnson's in the game and he's got a smaller defender in Josh Hart on him. Sean Marion, one of the leaders of this team, and they call a reach. Well, he'll go to the line. That's a bad foul. Ugliest jumper of all time. Look at this. Look at this monstrosity of a free throw. It's disgusting. But it works. He makes both of them without even hitting the rim. All right, let's see if Villanova has one more big play in them here. They could use a 3. Brunson trying to keep his team in the game. Pulls a mid-range and misses. And they foul. It's not looking good for the Villanova, and UNLV wins it. Reggie Theus, 31 points. He is a 85 overall. Good for him. Sean Marion, how's he doing? How was his season? 19.7 rebounds. Yeah, I mean, this team is actually pretty good. Larry Johnson had 20 and 9. Kind of a rough game here, but probably play some stellar defense for UNLV, and they will get the 7 seed. Where now we have OSU versus Georgia Tech. Now, you would think OSU is good. Their jerseys are glitched. I could fix that, but you know what? I'll fix that. I won't be lazy. I'll fix it. Sometimes I like to be lazy with stuff like this, but I'll fix it. I'll fix it for you guys. All right, look at that. See, I'm not being lazy for you. That deserves a subscription. But yeah, I changed their jerseys. Now, you would think Ohio State would be much better. Their best player is John Havlicek. They have D'Angelo Russell, who, again, is, this is like a prime D-Lo, so I just gave him an 87. People forget he was an all-star. Greg Oden, prime Greg Oden before he got injured. They also have Michael Redd. It's not a bad team. I do like Georgia Tech, though, better on paper, with Mark Price and Chris Bosh leading them to glory. Let's go ahead and see how this game ends up. Well, it looks like Ohio State is going to breeze through Georgia Tech. Stephon Marbury, he was the leading scorer here for them. Bosch, 9 and 10, 4 for 15. Yeah, he had a bad game. He's probably the reason why they lost. I mean, he's one of their best players. And John Havlicek dropping 32, 7 and 4 in the win against Georgia Tech. And now we have 2 play-in matches remaining. The first one between Wake Forest and Gonzaga. All right, so it looks like Gonzaga is going to take care of Wake Forest. Surprisingly, I did think this was a sleeper team, but the problem is, apart from Chris Paul and Tim Duncan, they just don't have as much help. I mean, they got Muggsy Bogues, a 5'3" point guard, playing real minutes. You know that's a big problem. But here we go. Up next, we got Villanova versus Ohio State. And this is actually a close game on paper, I feel like. Looks like Ohio's going to take care of business. Jalen Brunson had a good playoff run. He tried his absolute best, but Villanova is getting kicked out. Jerry Lucas, 31 points, 13 rebounds. They got a lot of players who can drop 25 plus on that team. So Ohio is a team definitely to watch out for. But here we go. Main bracket is set. Only 8 teams remain. 16 teams. 8 matchups in the first round. All right, here we go. Let's start simming here. So again, the only thing that is not March Madness-like is obviously the fact that this is not going to be a single elimination. I could have done it, but when I originally created the roster for a video, unfortunately, I did not put that there because I was just going to do it single elimination with my own bracket. But for this, it's going to be best of 7, which gives it like an NBA kind of twist to it, which is fun. And it seems like there's still a lot of upsets because Duke is down 3-1 right now. And look at that. UNC's having trouble with Gonzaga. Wow, number 1 seeded Duke gets eliminated in round 1. Kentucky is like the best, probably has the most talent. Wait, why are they just not playing? Why are they only have a starting lineup playing? That's literally just hurting their chances. Why would they do that? I gotta fix that or something. Why is Kentucky only playing their starting lineup? Look at this. What is this glitch? Why would they do this? Like, I get their starting lineup is stacked, but like their bench is like by far the best in the entire tournament. What are they doing? I'm not even going to think about it. But anyway, Kansas takes out the University of Houston. They got Wilt, Joel Embiid, Wiggins, and Pierce, absolute dominance. And then LSU with, I believe, Ben Simmons, Cam Thomas, Shaq is out here. Oh, yeah, Ben Simmons got 31 minutes, 3 points. Jeez. But, yeah, Shaq is out here. Bob Pettit and Maravich, though, leading the team in scoring as they take out Kevin Durant and Texas. And then UCLA is in trouble with MSU. So here we go. We got a couple of these games we can watch. Our first one is between the Hoyas and Indiana. Indiana has Larry Bird, Allen Iverson, and Alonzo Mourning and Patrick Ewing. Where's Patrick Ewing? There he is. Why would he not start? I'm just going to do them a favor and have him start. But here we go. Our first close series of the first round. Well, I think Indiana is going to take care of business. I don't remember if they were up 3-2, but Larry Bird, 36 points. He's averaging 27 in the playoffs. And, yeah, he advances. They'll have to play Kentucky. Up next, we have UGA, Georgia, versus University of Michigan. And University of Michigan is really solid. They got Jordan Poole, Franz Wagner, Chris Webber, of course. Stacked roster. As for Georgia, it's him and Dominic Wilkins. And when I say him, Anthony Edwards. But I think University of Michigan is going to take care of business here and actually force a Game 7. Now we have possibly 2 number 1 seeds exiting early in the first round as Gonzaga is putting up a tough fight versus North Carolina. All right, looks like UNC is going to escape out of this alive as they force a Game 7. And we have 2 Game 7s in the first round to watch, and then we're done with the first round. All right, University of Michigan escapes against Anthony Edwards, who's been averaging 36 points in the playoffs somehow. That's insane. Chris Webber, 29 and 10 in the win, with Jordan Poole dropping a cool 15 points on super efficient shooting. But yeah, University of Michigan advances, and they'll play the 8-seeded OSU, where we could have a huge upset between North Carolina and Gonzaga. All right, 4-point game, 1 minute and 58 seconds. North Carolina and Michael Jordan are up. But we'll see if they can close out this game. Sabonis, 1 minute and 50 seconds. Trying to go up on Bob McAdoo, great defender. And that's a kind of a ghost foul. But I guess they're going to call it. All right, here we go. Here's Michael Jordan looking to close out this series in a tough 7-game series win. Jordan all the way to the basket for the slam dunk. Sabonis in the paint. Hoists one up and misses. He's choking in the clutch. Worthy. Taking it in on Chet as he misses, grabs his own rebound, tries to get jumping. Great defense from Holmgren. Stockton now into Sabonis. Sabonis in the post. Tough bucket is missed. Great defense here from North Carolina. They have a chance to ice this game. Worthy in the post. Easy lefty. Shot is good. 7-point lead. I'm calling that game for North Carolina with Michael dropping 24. He's only averaging 20 points in the playoffs, but he is on a stacked roster. Vince, though, is leading the team in scoring, which is interesting. I would never expect that. You would expect Jordan to be the guy on this team, but I guess not. And so the second round is set. I'm just going right into this. Let's sim. All right, so we got 2 close series. It looks like LSU's going to take out, 2 close series, yeah. Michigan U, let's just go ahead and sim and see what happens here. University of Michigan advances. So on this side, we already have our last 2. Over here, though, we got two very close games. Again, just a refresh, LSU versus Michigan State. Obviously, Michigan State has Magic, Steve Smith, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Jason Richardson. Let's go ahead and simulate this and see if LSU can close things out here, where it looks like Michigan State is keeping it close. But, yeah, the LSU takes care of business. Pete Maravich, again, Shaq, kind of underwhelming, only averaging 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 8 assists, but whatever. I'm not going to think about it. Up next, North Carolina versus Kansas. This is a stacked matchup, and North Carolina has a 3-2 lead. All right, this is really close. I think we're going to see back-to-back North Carolina versus Kansas, or back-to-back North Carolina games here, where it looks like Perkins is at the line. I think he's shooting a flagrant free throw. They do get the ball back, too. Wait, why is Michael Jordan shooting free throws now? What is happening? I guess, this is just 2K classically rigging this for MJ. But here we go, 1-point game. Here's JoJo White. JoJo White takes it up and misses. Big rebound, McAdoo. This is a really close matchup. So much talent on either side. Jordan, though, has Kirk Heinrich on him, and he can take advantage of the matchup as North Carolina takes a 1-point lead. Here is JoJo White bringing up the ball for Kansas. Into Wilt. Wilt the stilt Chamberlain. JoJo is wide open for 3, knocking it down. The 3-point line wasn't even invented when he played basketball. But here's MJ, 18 seconds. Kirk Heinrich on him. Jordan takes it up and draws the foul. I would call that a flagrant. He was literally hugging on his back. Oh, my God. It's a tough foul. Real 90s basketball, punch you in the face type of foul. JoJo forces his way up. Great defense from Cole to stop him. And here's McAdoo. Jordan open. Jordan spins. Great pass to James Worthy. They left him wide open for an easy slam dunk. Wilt in the post. Drop step. Double team comes, and they call a 3-second in the key. Between the legs, gets Kirk Heinrich leaning, taking advantage of this matchup, but great defense from Kansas to stop him. And there's still some time here for them. Wilt in the post. Worthy on him. Great post hook and ties up the game. He made it look so easy. And Michael has a chance to win this right here on a buzzer beater. 13 seconds. Will Michael Jordan clutch up for the University of North Carolina? 8 seconds here. He's going down to the last shot. Jordan, isolation basketball as he knocks it down with 4 seconds remaining. 4 seconds here. Kansas still has lots of time. It's so much time here. 2 seconds for the tie. No good. UNC advances to the Final Four. JoJo White, 32. Embiid. Wilt played good in the playoffs, but kind of did not play good in this. 14-19 is still good. Embiid probably should have played a little better. JoJo White led the game in scoring. Vince Carter with 32. Michael, 22-27 this game. Big game. And the game-winning shot. So you cannot complain about Michael Jordan's performance. That's for sure. Kentucky sweeps. And I think UNC is okay. LSU's kind of trying to make a comeback. Yep, LSU takes it. North Carolina takes them out. And this is a great matchup in the final between Kentucky and North Carolina. Let's see how this goes. North Carolina takes game 1. They take game 2 as well. Kentucky might tie up the series. Never mind. It's going to be okay. We got a pretty close final here. They're they're going to force 7. They're two very evenly matched teams. So it makes sense. Shea with 39. Again, nobody else is playing, which is insane. They literally just have 5 players playing, and that's it. Or did they actually fix their rotation finally? They didn't. It's still the same. It makes no sense. All right, here we go. Final game. This might be a close one. Game 7. Unless North Carolina takes care of business. Yep. North Carolina's going to win this, I think. Yeah, they're up. They're up big. North Carolina takes care of business. Maybe if the Kentucky actually had normal roster management, they would have won, but they didn't. And I think it might be Vince Carter who wins the final. No, it's Michael still. 23-4-8. As he wins the Finals MVP. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, smash a like and subscribe. And also check out this video that you'll probably enjoy. It's recommended to you, so you'll like it. Click on it. Go watch it. Subscribe. Peace.